Right now, I am introducing Zotero. Zotero.org is the website for Zotero. You can create a free account in Zotero, so for which you can click on login. So right now I have an account, and if you don't have an account, then you create a free account with Zotero. There's a storage limitation for Zotero initially, and still you can collaborate with Zotero with the allotted free space. The only thing is that you have to keep in mind that you don't have to download and store the PDF files, full text PDF files, so that the entire space is utilized by the PDF files and you will be kept out of the database. So otherwise you can limit the download of the PDF files, and that will be sufficient for you to do to work with. So right now, what you have to do is you create a free account with Zotero, just like creating any other account. Right now, I have an account, so that I can log in. Okay. So this is how the first step that you have to perform. That is create an account with Zotero. Okay. And right now, I want to show you something else. In the home page of the Zotero, there is an option to download the software. So you have to download the software. So this is the link for that. You can download that software and install it in your computer. Then there are some connectors like you search for Zotero. Okay, right now I will show you how Zotero is installed. And so once you download and install the Zotero, this is the software that is installed, Zotero. Okay. So when you install the Zotero, it will ask for you to connect with your database. So for which you are required to previously create your own account with Zotero online. So if you have an already created account, then you can click on say edit preferences, and in that case you have sync button here. So here my account is already linked. If it is a fresh installation in your computer, you can use the username and password which is created in the Zotero website and link your account or you link your software with the online library. So the first step is to install the software, then use the login credentials that is used in the Zotero website or created in that website. And right now, I have connected the software with the user account Dinoges with the Zotero database of my own online account. So after installing the Zotero, you need to connect it with your free account that is created in the website. So once you connect that one, then you will have two options, two lists. That is, the first one is the My Library, in which you keep all your different articles downloaded, and it can be kept in your own computer. So the My Library is actually the records that is kept for your own use, and it is not a shared library. Whereas you have group libraries. For example, these are the group libraries that is available, which means you can collaboratively work with maybe a research supervisor and one or two students can be collaboratively added to such group libraries. So if you are writing a thesis, usually the guide and the supervisor and the students that is working in that particular topic need to access to the same bibliography information and data while writing. So for which you create a group library and incorporate all the required members in that library. So when you log in to your account, the shared library that is available to you and the others will be listed here. So all these the data, for example, if I am adding one new reference into the library, it will be made available to Anha Fatima or the concerned student that is added in the particular library and no one else. Okay. So those who have access to that particular folder will be updated with the new references added by the other persons in the same library. So this will be a collaboratively generated reference list or the bibliography information. Okay. So this is how you install the software and connect it with the online database. So once you have installed this data, then maybe you will create your own folder or your own group library. Anything can be added. So in this case, I have created a test folder. And if you want to add some references into the text folder, we have this can be created by clicking on and creating a new collection. So this test is a new collection that is created likewise. Okay. So into this library, you want to save the references of interest. So the first option is that you can import a file from where, because we have already downloaded some data here, right? In the desktop itself, I have saved the data. So this is a new folder. So this reference is only 50. I don't want to import all the 1000 references into my database so that it will populate that one. So that's why I selected a small file with 50 references. So you can select on that data that is downloaded from Web of Science or PubMed, wherever that imported data, that data can be imported by selecting and clicking on Open. So it will ask you if you want to create a separate folder. So because if you have multiple files and you want to keep them in different subfolders, you can select this one. Otherwise, you can remove this tick. Okay. So if you are keeping these selected or checkbox selected, then that will be selected into a subfolder under test. Sorry. So this is a new data. This can be moved to, okay. In the test folder, all the 50 references were now added. So these are the 50 references. So if you open that one, you can see that on the left side panel, you have the journal, it's a journal article. These are the authors. These are the list of the, so this is the title. These are the list of the authors. This is the abstract and title of the journal, volume, issue, page number, and release date, then the DOI number, ISSN number, and the citations received to that article. All informations were now available in the database. So likewise, you can go on checking this data. Okay, this is one way to add your references or the list of references into the Zotero. Then there is another option. That is, say, I mentioned that there is some unique identifiers like say DOI number or PubMed. So if you have a DOI number of a standard article, then you click on that or you copy that DOI number. Now right now I am copying this DOI number, and then I will come back to the Zotero page. Then here is a magic white icon on the top. You click on that one, and in this box you can click on ISBN number if it is a book, or the DOI number if it is a journal article, or PMID of the journal article, and other unique identifiers available in the library that can be given here. So right now I am giving the DOI number. The data is already here. That data or that particular journal information, all the related references were now already downloaded into the concerned database. Okay, this is the article right now downloaded by directly giving the DOI number. Or you can try to download the same article once again. Say this is the PMID. So either you can use the DOI number or the PMID. So again you will click on this one and say this is it. PMID is given and I am clicking enter. Say this is it. This both are same references, right? See, both are same references. Okay. Now there is another option. Since it is here I am clicking on duplicate references. On that particular folder there is an option called duplicate items. So now you see that since I have downloaded the article 2 times, One time using DOI number and the second time I used PMID, and both the articles will be listed as a duplicate. So in that case, you can select all the duplicate items by clicking on this one, and you can merge these two items. So now you have only one. So this again, this is another duplicate. You can merge all the duplicates by clicking on this option. So the duplicates can be selected and they can be merged together. So now you don't have any additional duplicates. Only a single copy of the article is now available in the database. Is it clear? Because if you are downloading multiple files or multiple search results, like say one time I am using another one search string and the second time I am using another search string, maybe there are overlapping search articles results will be there. So there is every possibility that at least say about half of them or more than half of them will be duplicates if you are using multiple search query strings. The same string or the same query will return the same article, or different strings will return the same article, so that duplicate items will be removed, which should be carefully removed before starting your work. So this is how you import the entire list or fetch the concerned article using the unique identifiers like ISBN, DOI number, or PMID of the article. And as I mentioned, the articles that is listed in the Google Scholar or some other non-standard databases may not have this type of unique identifier numbers, or if it is present, then that may not be valid because it is not a properly indexed journal. In that case, the quality of the journal can be assured only if it can be fetched through these unique identifiers. So a good approach is to always download the articles or specific articles using the concerned DOI number or the PMID number, so that it will ensure that the concerned article is a very standard quality article, instead of downloading the entire bulk list from the Google Scholar and other similar databases. Okay. Yes, okay. So there is another way to download the references or to add the references into the Zotero. So that is using Zotero connector. Zotero connector is a say here on the right now I am using Firefox web browser. Okay. So for the Firefox web browser, there is a particular icon that is shown on the top, just like a page icon here. And this connector is available to Zotero, and a similar, this one is a Mendeley connector. Mendeley software, that is another bibliography management software. It is also having such a web importers or connectors are available. So these connectors can be downloaded from the Zotero website, and that is available here. This is a Chrome connector. So if you are using Google Chrome for browsing the Zotero or browsing the web pages, then this is available. This is a connector that is available for Google Chrome, and if you are using Firefox connector, Zotero Firefox connector can be used. So these are the different connectors, like say Zotero Firefox connector. This can be installed. You can search it with the Zotero Firefox connector, and if you install this particular plugin to the Firefox, you will have this icon here. Okay. If you have this icon, then here on every page in which a reference is listed. So you can see that there are a lot of references which is listed in our previous PubMed result, and also in this say Web of Science result, we have a lot of articles that is listed, which we downloaded using the export option. But instead, if you want to directly add this particular reference, for example, if you want to add this particular reference without going through all these download and import hassle, then you just click on click on this one, or don't want to select that one. You just okay. One thing you have to note that if there are downloadable say articles, then the icon will change. The page icon is now moved to a folder option. Okay. because we have multiple references in the same page which can be downloaded. So if you have multiple options, then you will have a folder option here instead of a page. So you click on this folder option. So all the possible listings, say here you have various references. Okay, various listings are there, and all the references will be listed here. So if you are trying to download this prioritizing delivery of cancer, this is the interested article, you can click on that one. And if you want to download this evaluation, this 9th one also you want to download, you can select that one also, or you can select the entire list. So selectively you can download and click OK. So it will ask you where to save, because since the currently selected folder in the Zotero is these 50 numbers, this is the currently selected folder in the Zotero. So it will be downloaded automatically to that particular folder that is already highlighted here. So the you have to note that it is automatically or by default it is saved to the concerned folder that is by default selected by the cursor here. Okay. So now you want to check whether it is there or not. Okay. Here you see the prioritizing delivery. This is the one of them right now downloaded, and the second one evaluation. This is the article, the two articles that is now downloaded from the site. So the only thing is that you want to click on this icon. If there is a listing reference already listed here, then you can say another option. If you you are in this page, then the icon is because it is a single reference, you can click on this one. It will be directly saved. Or there is another option. Instead of going through these libraries, you will be actually visiting a page like Science Direct, the original journal site where the article is present. If you are present in this site, then also you can click on this page. It will be directly saved. This article and the citation, correct article citation will be directly saved. Say it is already saved. By just a single click on this one, it will be saved in the library along with the original PDF, because it's an open access article. Since it's an open access article, you have free access. So by a single click on this button, this article is now saved in the original database with a copy of the PDF. Okay. So a copy of the PDF is now available here, and that can be opened. See, because the PDF is already saved. Full text PDF is now available for you to read by just clicking on this link. Hello? Is it clear? So you have various options to download the references directly or as a list from the concerned database like PubMed or Web of Science, or if you are visiting a single article like Web of Science or Springer, the original journal site, then you can click on this Zotero link, a link that is available or that is connected, the connector that is available. It will be saved, and if the free full text is already available, then that free full text can be downloaded here. And there is another option. If you have enough space, say you don't have to download 1,000 references or 2,000 references and download the entire PDF, then your database will be full within no time. Okay, never try that. But if once you filter all the required references and say you want to read 50 or 60 or 50 or 20 references, then that separate references, for example, I want to see whether there is a full text available for this particular, these 15 references of interest. Then I can click on this one. I will say find available PDFs. Okay, find available PDFs. So right now I am not going to do all that. I will select only 3 of them, and find available PDF option will automatically search the database for available free PDFs if it is there or not. So it will process the link, and it will check for open access or free options, free download option is available or not. And if it is available, then it will automatically download that particular PDF into the computer. So you can see that. So one article, this is downloaded and it's available. The PDF is now downloaded. The second one is also freely available. It is also downloaded. It's now searching for the third one. So all the three PDFs were now freely available to download, and it is automatically added to your database for a reading. So this is how you add the database to create a library in Zotero and fetch the references from the different databases and fetch the different options like the full text like PDF. So this is the method for that.